Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome. Good to see you here. We are live for the Thursday edition of Real Talk with Mary Grace. It's Thursday, the 22nd of April. Welcome to the show. Good to see everybody. Come on in, share this. Say hello as you're coming in. And as you're on Facebook, please share this into groups and also tag people. Tag people, let them know that you're here, let them know we're live. Please leave a comment. If you're on Facebook or YouTube, please refrain from posting links. Those platforms do not like external links. So good to see everybody here. I'm also on Twitter. I think I'm on Twitter at Real Mary Grace. That's my backup channel. And I'm on CloudHub at channel 111 on CloudHub. So it's marygracemedia.com. I'm on YouTube, Facebook, Mary Grace Media. Also follow me on Instagram. And what else was I going to say? Okay, so when you're on YouTube, please make sure you hit the thumbs up and hit subscribe and then hit the bell so that you don't forget or you don't miss a show. I'm live on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays at 5:30. And I do want to make an announcement that that this Monday I will not be on my regular time. I have a conflict. So I will be broadcasting this coming Monday, the 26th at 8 p.m. Eastern. So please put that on your calendar, 8 p.m. Eastern on Monday, the 26th. So you don't want to miss that. I am very glad to see everybody here. So please keep sharing this. The numbers, it's hard to get the numbers up just because of everything that's going on. Somebody share the link into my Telegram. And if you're in Praying Medics Telegram, just go ahead and share it in there. That would be great. The Facebook and the YouTube and the Cloud Hub, wherever you're watching from, that would be awesome. And by the way, Praying Medic does have a Telegram channel. Let me just tell you what it is. Some people have been asking about that. He did set up an official channel. So just make sure that you are subscribed to the correct one. So the thing that you have to understand about Telegram is that anybody can make a channel. And unless somebody has a blue check verification, it's not always easy to know if it's that person. And it's not easy to get a blue check verification on Telegram because they only give you that if you already have a blue check verification on other channels. It's kind of like a catch-22. So let me tell you the name of Praying Medic's channel. You ready for this? It's called Praying Medic. And but then the channel link, it's the Telegram link, t.me slash praying underscore medic. Praying underscore medic. So if you look at the web address of the site that you're on and it doesn't have that, then you're not on the official Praying Medic. So just be aware of that. And right now he has about 20,000 subscribers. So this is what it looks like. Okay. Hey there, Greg. That's what his channel looks like. So you see that address where it says under the share link, official Praying Medic channel. All right. So that's the one you want to be on. And you can also go to his website, prayingmedic.com, and you can make sure that you go there, and then you can find a link to his Telegram if you're confused. Now, another thing about Telegram that I wanted to mention to you guys, because a lot of you are new to Telegram, make sure that when you go to Telegram that you do a tutorial, that you learn some of the basics of Telegram. And that will actually save you a lot of time and aggravation. Because one of the things that's really good about Telegram is that when somebody posts a link into the Telegram, you can actually go back and search those links. So you don't have to ask where something is. You don't have to post a link that somebody else already posted 2 days ago. And so learn how to work that so that you can make the most out of that platform. It's actually a really good platform. And so just take the time to learn it so that you become an asset and not a liability. Okay. Now I'm wearing a really cool shirt today. This is a shirt that I got at the Health and Freedom Conference in Tulsa last weekend. I think I bought the last small. And so I think they have them on their website though. But this is 1776 Forever Free. And it says freedom on the back. And the reason and it has an American flag. So the reason I'm wearing this today is because I wanted to highlight Cordy Williams. He is a veteran Marine, and he has a website called 1776foreverfree.com. So write that down because this is important. He is a grassroots leader, and he wants people to start getting involved at the grassroots level, and he wants to teach people how to do that. So let me go to his website. It's funny, I was listening to his interview. He did an interview last night on Steel Truth, steeltruth.com. You can watch their past shows. That's Ann Vandersteel. And as I was listening to the interview, a friend of mine that went to the conference with me sent me the website. So it's 1776foreverfree.com. Here's what it looks like. They have a private Facebook group. You see that? So that's what it looks like. All right. Make sure you go there. Don't go to an imposter website. And what he's done is he's inviting pretty much anybody, regardless of party. It says 1776 Forever Free Community. It is a community-based organization that supports the constitutional rights of all Americans, regardless of political party, gender, race, religion, or creed. If you believe in the statements below, then we welcome you to join our American movement. And then it gives you their mission statement here. So they have a mission statement. First, we believe in a free market and economic freedom for all Americans. Second, we believe in the freedom of speech and the right to peaceably assemble as guaranteed by the First Amendment of the Constitution. Third, we believe that preserving the earth and its environments are paramount to the continued longevity of not only our republic, but all of humanity. Last, we fundamentally oppose government overreach and the suppression of the constitutional rights provided to all Americans. Do you agree? Join our movement. So that is what that's what they've got. Oh my gosh, look at these shoes. I just saw that. Tennis shoes. Okay. So this is the shirt that I got. So it looks like you can buy the shirt on the website. I will tell you, if you're going to buy this shirt, that it's not very stretchy. It doesn't have a lot of give. So if you, and I think it's all like unisex sizing. So if you're a small and you like things more roomy, probably order a medium. Just FYI. But I mean, this is the shirt on me, and I mean, it's just not. It doesn't give a lot when you put it on. Just FYI. Okay, and in the sleeves and everything, it's just not as stretchy as some. But that's a good thing because it's probably not going to stretch out a lot and get out of shape. I just wouldn't put it in the dryer for a long time if it's already tight fitting. So that's my plug for that. And if you want to hear more about him, just go to steeltruth.com and listen to the interview that he did with Ann Vandersteel last night on her show. Facebook group, he's on Instagram, YouTube, et cetera, et cetera. So the thing that he's doing that's important is not just t-shirts and sweatshirts, but they're actually teaching people to get involved at the grassroots level. They're teaching you how to run for office. They're teaching you how to find and run for local representative seats, school board, commissioner, things like that. Because like he said that in San Diego County last year, there were over 100 local government seats that were vacant. And so this is where their emphasis is on anything from running for local office to really planning to run for national office. And so that is important to understand. They do Facebook Lives on Monday nights, Instagram Lives on Wednesday nights. They do a 1776 town hall every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Pacific. Functional resistance. Oh, I think that's actually a workout thing. So, but the point is that they're directing people to places that they can go to really get the training that they need to do something very practical as an American to preserve and protect and to take back your freedoms. And so that's why I wanted to highlight him. Okay. Now, how many here were at the event? Sounds similar to what Scott Pressler is doing. Diane, I think there may be some overlap. I think that what Cordy is doing is a little bit broader. Like they're actually holding classes for people online to teach them the fundamentals of the Constitution. So they're taking it, I think they're taking things a step further. Scott is working with people at the granular level and going and he's doing really hands-on. I'm not saying that this organization isn't. I think that what Cordy is doing is even broader. So there is some overlap. So that's good. And that's okay. You know, it's a big tent and we need people to step up and to get involved. So let's see who went to the Health and Freedom Conference, who participated online. This is the conference that took place in Tulsa, Oklahoma last weekend on Friday and Saturday. It was at Raymond Bible College. So if you're not familiar with that, I was there. Ann Vandersteel was there. She was one of the organizers, Steel Truth, producer Liz. And it was fantastic. And if you go, I just got an email from them earlier. Let me show you. Okay, let's see. That was a lot of emails ago. Hold on. Wow. Golly. Okay, here we go. So if you go to their website, okay, they've put some episodes up on Rumble. Just trying to find, okay. Time to Free America. I'm trying to figure out how you can get on their mailing list. You watch the whole event online. Where is everybody? Where are my people commenting today? Where is everybody? Thrive Time show. So if you go to rumble.com, they've uploaded some of the episodes. So it's under Thrive Time show business school without the BS. So here's what it looks like. Okay, there it is. Thrive Time show business school without the BS. So they're uploading different speakers. They're uploading different speakers every day. Okay. And so go check that out. Make sure you get the notifications on. So they put Mike Lindell's speech, they put Lynn Wood's speech, and they put General Flynn's. So there were dozens and dozens of speakers. So they're going to just keep putting them up each day. All right. So make sure you subscribe to that Rumble channel and you can get all of the speakers. Okay. And that's great. Now, I found out, how many of you are sad that you missed it, that you didn't get to go? Give me a wave in the chat if you're bummed that you missed it. Okay, yeah, it was on. They did have everything on YouTube, and yeah, we'll see. Okay, so here's the good news. I just found out there's going to be another one. We knew that there were going to be. We know that they're going to be planning new additional conferences. So the good thing is that I did find out there's going to be another one. I can't give you all the details right now, but I will tell you that it's going to be east of the Mississippi, and that it's going to be, I believe, in June. So just, save your money, start to plan ahead for that, because I believe that it will be limited to the number of people that the venue can hold. And so just kind of, keep your schedule flexible, all right? And start saving your money. All right. Yep. So it's going to be good. Very exciting. And I'm hoping to be involved with that on an organizational level and and other things. So it's going to be very exciting. Yeah, I'm excited about that. And now, what else is happening? I want to tell you something that is really exciting. Most of you are aware of this, but I do want to make sure that you know that this is happening. And that is that the the audit, the audit, let me just find this. The audit in Maricopa County is going to be happening. All right, it's starting tomorrow. And this is pretty exciting because it's a real thing. And what they're going to be doing is they're going to be recounting and doing a forensic audit on they're going to be doing a forensic audit on every vote from Maricopa County. Maricopa County makes up about 2/3 of the entire voting pool in Arizona. Think about that. And the margin of victory that they gave to the resident in chief, also known as Creepy Joe Biden, the margin of victory that he had was about 11,000 votes. And so they're going to be auditing over 2 million ballots. Now, I talked to Praying Medic, and I think he said that he thinks that there's going to be at least 100,000 that are going to end up being for Trump. And so that's well more than 11,000. And so let me just read your comments here quickly. Praying Medic is from there. Can someone put the exact same name for Thrive Time Rumble show? Yeah, it's hold on, Catherine. Catherine, let me just post it in my Telegram. How about that? That'll be easy. What do you think? I'm going to do that right now. Okay. So there we go. Okay, so just go to my Telegram. Okay, so who will be recounting the votes? Where do they come from? So there's a team of auditors. Like as far as I can understand, they're legit auditors. This is not the people from that machine company auditing. These are people that our legislature has brought in, like forensic experts who are being brought in specifically to audit the vote. So that's a big deal. And they're supposed to be getting it done in about 40 days. So that's really good. And you know who's going to be one of the watchers? You know who's going to be one of the watchers is my wingman, Todd. Todd signed up to be a watcher in Maricopa County. And the way they do it is that they have 6-hour shifts. So you can go to azaudit.com. azaudit.com. Let me go to that website right now and see. Okay. AZ Audit. No, they're going to be live streaming it. Oh, I'm sorry, azaudit.org. I apologize. I know. I was FaceTiming with Todd last night. He was at dinner. He ordered dessert without me. Anyway, I told him to all right, I told him to wear something distinctive so that we can see him on camera as a watcher. And I think he said he's going to wear like a bright turquoise colored shirt. He was telling me he was going to wear his Space Force hat. And I was like, Todd, we're not going to be able to see that like from the remote camera. We need something. We need like a bright shirt, like a Where's Waldo shirt. So if you see Todd in the Telegram room, maybe give him some advice about what we're looking for and how we can spot him, because he's supposed to tell us on the day that when he goes in. He's supposed to take a selfie and put it in the Telegram room. So just stay on him because he's a little ADD. Okay. So just make sure he does that. So here's the audit. It looks like they're going to have all these cameras set up. Okay. So azaudit.org, nothing's happening right now. See that? Multiple cameras from multiple angles. Pretty cool, huh? So we'll see how that goes. And somebody just said that that company had 70 attorneys in Arizona trying to stop the audit today. If it was honest, why would they care? Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So if you have nothing to hide, then why are you trying to hide nothing? Okay. It's a good question. Because if you're honest, if you've counted honestly, if you didn't steal anything, if there's nothing hidden, then why would you be worried about anything being revealed? That's really the question, isn't it? But we know they're cheaters. We know they're liars. We know they installed their puppet of their regime into the White House, and they're not going to get away with it. And one thing that's pretty encouraging is that President Trump was filmed at a speech at Mar-a-Lago. I don't know when it was, and here it is. I'm not going to play it, but that's the speech. I'm just going to say, guys, when you're in an event like this and you're filming, I'm going to give you two pieces of advice. Okay, one is hold the camera still. Okay, don't give people vertigo. All right, the other piece of advice I'm going to give is turn your phone sideways and film in a landscape mode. Okay, now, just FYI. Now, let me give you the gist of what the president was saying. He said, the question I get asked more than any other question is, can you assure us that our vote will count? Our vote in 2022 and 2024 will count. And we will assure you we'd never let that happen again. And we haven't stopped working on it. By the way, we're not stopping. I told you this. All right. But here's the good thing. The good thing is that the president has not stopped working on this. And he said, all right, I can assure you we'll never let that happen again. So I told you that he is not finished. Oh, Delia, it's live right now? I thought it started tomorrow. Okay, hold on. Oh, gosh. I'm glad you told us this. All right, look. Thank you. So I guess you have to push it. I thought it started tomorrow. You can watch one camera at a time. So Todd's going to be there next week. You think training is today? All right, so look for Todd. Where's Todd? Todd's going next week. All right. So there's camera 3. You can go on the website too. Put it up on your TV in your house. Probably a good use for your TV. All right. It's the only good use. All right. So it was live training today. Today is the 22nd. They're bringing the machines in right now. Awesome. Okay. Will that overturn the election? That's a good question. So Arizona is one of 5, 6 swing states, depending on how you do it. There is still time, of course. Yeah. And so I believe that what's going to happen in Arizona is that Arizona is the pivotal state right here, because this is a bellwether case that is going to determine what happens next. Okay. Right. So here's the thing. All right, Catherine is saying that we need the machines to be out of New Jersey by primaries. Here's what I'm going to say to you, and this is what Cordy Williams was saying on Ann's show last night. So President Trump doesn't have the authority to remove those machines from your state. That is something that patriots at the state and local level need to start to investigate. Go to your county voting office, ask what they're using to count the votes. Um, you may need to get a little bit forceful here because they're not going to invite you in. This is something that has to be done, started at the local level. Like President Trump can't just snap his fingers and say, um, everybody get these machines out. This is why we had the conference, right? This is why we're telling people and showing people how to take control and take back, because those decisions are made at the county, like at the county election board level, at the Secretary of State level. And so the first step is to coordinate with people to go into the election board in your county, for example. Start there, start investigating, and start rattling their cage now. I agree. The machines have to be out. They have to be out of New Jersey. They have to be out of the they have to be out of Virginia. They have to be out of everywhere. And so, one of the things that Mike Lindell said in his documentary "Absolute Interference" that he aired on Tuesday is that out of I think it's 3,000 counties in the country. How many total counties? Delia, do you remember that exact number? He said that they found that these irregularities occurred in 2,995 counties. So basically, it was just a massive train robbery. They stole everything, everything. So yeah, so I think that somebody's asking if the Arizona situation will result in an overturn. I don't it that won't I don't think that will overturn the entire election because that's one county of one state. But what I believe is that it's going to set the precedent, and that we're going to see okay, like 3,300. Okay, so that it's going to set the precedent, and I believe that uh, Catherine, you're going to have to bust your way in. I'm sorry to tell you that. Go around the GOP. Okay? That's all I got to say. There's no more time for being polite. I mean, you can get in politely, but no more time. All right? Don't depend on your local GOP to do anything. All right? They're not cordial, they're complicit. So, now, let me just say, I'm not kidding, Catherine. I'm not kidding. So let me just say, I don't know exactly. There's a couple of ways this could play out that I understand. Is that when Arizona, when we're going to find out, we're going to see what happened in. We're going to see what happened in Arizona. We're going to see the theft, and then at that point, I don't see a need to have a revote because you already have the votes there. You already have the real votes. Why would you have a revote if you have the legit count, which is in favor of Trump? Okay. However, that's one state, and it's going to start the ball rolling, I believe. What I think could happen is that this particular state could go to the Supreme Court. And then this is what Praying Medic thinks too. We were talking about this. Then what would happen is if it goes to the Supreme Court, then they would have to make a decision they would either take the case, take it up or not, right? And depending on that, I think that will determine what some of the next steps would be. So for example, I believe I believe that the I believe uh, that the military has some red lines, like real red lines, not Hussein red lines. I believe that there are certain red lines that once crossed, then the military will step in and take action here. So this is what we're watching for. We're watching to see. So it's going to be probably another it's probably going to be another, like it's going to take about 40 days to do this audit. So this is a big deal. This is not a small undertaking. And what I believe the Democrats and people like Doug Ducey, I believe they thought that we were just going to roll over and say, oh, well, better luck next time. And if there's one thing that President Trump has taught us, it's that we don't play that way. And so I think that this is surprising them because we have people like Jovan Pulitzer and the other guy's name is totally escaping me right now. The guy, Mark Fincham. Okay, these people that are stepping up and putting themselves on the line to lead the charge to restore election integrity. I really don't think that they thought the Republicans would do that. I don't think they thought that we would do that at all. I think that they thought we would just go quietly and do the same thing that we did in the past because we were told that we did our best and we'll come back next time and golly, we'll get them next time. That was before we knew that the Republicans were complicit in all of this. Right? And so this is important to understand because, we are in a new era of conservatism. We are in a new era, and it's pretty clear that those Republicans who don't toe the MAGA line are done. And yeah, Greg says the military already has this info. Yeah, I believe they do too. And so just keep that in mind. And one of the things that is really important. This is why I'm telling Catherine, like, don't depend on your local GOP. The rollover, Bobby Pitton. Okay, he's one of the ones too. Don't depend on your local GOP to do anything about this. They've made it very, very clear that they're not doing anything. Don't depend on the RNC. They're sending me letters asking for my money. They're not getting a dime because they haven't done anything to support the president. And so you look around and you see what's going on, and you look at these people that are walking around telling you that, oh, we're going to win in 2022, I'm going to run for president in 2024, and we're going to beat these Democrats. Really? Yeah, I'm going to say what General Flynn said, which is don't give them a single dime of your money. Tell them to go pound sand, because if they actually cared about winning, they would be leading the charge in their state to get these machines out. I mean, think about it. You have to be like a special kind of stupid as a Republican to stand up there and ask for people's votes and ask for people's money, knowing full well that that any election that you have going forward is rigged, that the very machines that you are asking your constituents, your potential voters to put their vote in is owned by the people that stole the election. I mean, how stupid can you be to think that the people, we the people, are going to put our vote in that machine for you if you're not willing to stand up and fight for our president, our rightful president, and to get these slime balls out of office and to get these machines out completely. We want a hand count. We want the votes count. We don't want any machines ever in the election offices anymore. So just remember that, okay? Anybody that comes knocking on your door saying, vote for me, I'll make it better, I'll be a better president, blah, 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 right? I don't care how much they tell you that they're going to support the America First agenda. It's all a big fat lie because they're not supporting this president and they haven't lifted a finger to get this fixed. That's it. Yeah. I mean, right now, anything they send me in the mail, it just gets put right in the circular file. That's it. I don't even respond. I don't even have the time. Yeah, the GOP, they're calling our house. They're calling our house. They're sending letters. They're texting. Just ridiculous. Okay. Yeah. Somebody's asking, why is Trump using WinRed? I am not sure that he is. There's a PAC that's raising money using WinRed. I don't think that it's the president. Roberta on YouTube says, our new county chair said if we have money to donate, put it with a candidate you can get behind, say for school board or county council or utility district rather than the county GOP. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So just tell them, put those emails from the GOP in your junk mail, mark them as spam. Yeah, it is all theater. And we're seeing it, okay? We're seeing it. We're seeing it play out. And we wouldn't have known this. Just keep in mind, this is what Mike Lindell says. We wouldn't have known this if everything had gone swimmingly on November 3rd. And so I actually believe that we're seeing we are seeing exactly their true colors. All right, somebody's saying, I get texts from Trump, then it sends me to the WinRed. How do you know they're from Trump? I think what you're getting is from the GOP pretending to be Trump. I don't know that Trump is sending out text right now. I would be very careful about that. I would go directly. Let me just see. Let me look at his website. What's his office? 45office.com. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, the office of Donald J. Trump. Oh, by the way, hold on a second. Contact. Yeah, I think any text you're getting are from the GOP, who still has your number from before. So block the number. Just hit stop. Yeah, they're using his name. Exactly. Don't fall for it. It's not Trump. They're using his name. Yeah, so his website, 45office.com, there's nothing on here for texting. So the president is not doing texting right now, as far as I can see. Okay, this is his website. All right. So just, if you're getting those texts, reply with the word stop. And legally, they need to stop. If they keep doing it, sue them. Threaten to sue them. Because they need to take you off their list. It's illegal. Yeah, WinRed, we're done with them. Okay. So just keep that in mind. By the way, I wanted to tell you, do you remember the sweatshirt I had on last week? The Sean Foyt sweatshirt, Let Us Worship. You remember that? This shirt. Remember that? Remember that shirt? Those sweatshirts are on sale on their website. Their swag is on sale right now. Okay. Yeah, the GOP, same number. What are you asking? Same number 88022 as for Trump Pence. Are you saying Save America is not 45s? No, I'm saying that his website is 45office.com I'm saying that the PAC, he's not running the PAC. Do you have to understand the difference? They're not the same. Save America PAC is not Donald Trump. The president's not running a PAC. He can't do that. Okay. Hey, Todd, we were talking about you. You missed it. Okay. Yeah. They're not the same. Okay. Hold on. Let me look at it. Yeah. I think this is the PAC. So if you go to the bottom of the page, all right, it says, you have to read the fine print. I'm going to read it for you. Paid for by Save America JFC, a joint fundraising committee of Save America and Make America Great Again, PAC, not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. Okay. I'm just saying, yeah. Okay. Now, your ears were burning. Todd, tell us which day are you going to be a watcher? Because we were looking for you on the live audit and we couldn't see you. Todd's here, everybody. Todd is on YouTube right now. This is the Todd and Barley and Mary Grace show. I come in third. All right. Okay. So right now, just to reiterate, the only website that I'm bookmarking for President Trump is 45office.com. Okay. I mean, you can do what you want, but all right, not until the second week. You have to keep us posted. So here's what we want you to do, Todd. We want you to put on your loudest shirt, most colorful, and we want you to take a selfie before you go in to be a watcher and post it in Telegram so we know how to find you on the webcams, okay? That's what we want you to do. Yeah. We really want you to wear like your brightest shirt, something purple or red or pink or really bright. Okay. May 4th, 6th, and 8th. Oh, wow. Okay. Somebody said, is there a link to donate on his 45 page? I don't see a link here to donate. I don't think he's soliciting donations right now. He's communicating. This is like his press page. Okay. So yeah, I don't think the president is soliciting money right now. All right. So, okay, somebody wants Todd to wear a neon colored shirt. I think we should come up with designs and submit them in the Telegram room for Todd. Make sure you tag him when you put it in the Telegram room. Todd, we're going to come up with a wardrobe. We're going to come up with a wardrobe suggestion for you. You're going to wear your turquoise Tommy Bahama. You need to put a selfie in the room. Where do you think George is? Any ideas? I think George is traveling. They're talking about the George News YouTube channel. I think George is traveling. I think George is really busy. Todd's shirt is solid turquoise. I hope it's bright enough, Todd. Hey, I have an idea. Can you get one of those hats that looks like an umbrella? You know, like those beach ball hats that is like an umbrella that goes on your head. I think that would work. Then we could find you. Yeah. Or wear like a neon blaze orange or green hunting cap. Please get one from your dad. He probably has something blaze orange. I think that would be so good, wouldn't it? Lindy said, General Flynn is speaking at my Club 45 meeting on Monday. I'm so excited. Oh, he's so sweet. So good. That's awesome. Okay, I wanted to read you guys an article. I want to switch topics here for a minute because I wanted to read you something that came out of the verdict that came out. Let me just find this article. Where is it? The verdict that came out this week in Minnesota. This was written by Andrew Torba, the founder of Gab. Oh, by the way, Rumble is offering. Rumble is doing live streaming now, so I'm going to get started on that. Somebody said an orange construction vest would be awesome. Yeah, can you do that, Todd? Can you get an orange? Go to one of those construction stores or go to a truck stop and get one of those vests, like the safety crossing officer wears. Can you get one of those? That would really help us. Oh my gosh, you should wear my Pippi Longstocking hat. That would be so perfect. Then we could find you. Oh, why didn't I think of that? You might get really hot though. Yeah, you need one of those vests, a yellow vest. I think you should get that. Okay, I want to read you this article because I thought it was really good. It came out on the 20th. Dr. Seuss, fluorescent yellow. Oh yeah, you should get a Dr. Seuss shirt. That'll trigger some people. Okay, let me read you this article. I thought it was really good. I'm going to get serious now. Hold on a second. What's everybody saying? Space Force hat. Okay, you could wear a Trump wig. We have a lot of options for you here, Todd. A light up necklace. Oh, that's a good idea. We need something that's really going to stand out on those webcams, like big time. Bigly. All right, here we go. Everything about the Chauvin trial and the media coverage of it showcases the subversion and transformation of our justice system into one of a third world banana republic. We can't have a justice system that is ruled by threats of violence, doxing, and harassment from domestic terrorists in the mainstream media, on the streets, and in the Democrat Party. That's not how civilized societies function. It's how third world countries function. If you import the third world, don't be surprised when your country becomes the third world. If you are caught in the censored echo chambers of big tech platforms, chances are you missed most of the stories I've gathered. So this was Andrew Torba. So what he did was he curated a collection of stories that that you can go through and see just how the jury was really pressured into the decision that they made. And I wanted to comment on this. Okay, so National Guard activated in D.C. ahead of the verdict. Police departments across the U.S. braced for a Derek Chauvin verdict. Minneapolis Star Tribune publishes biographical information of Derek Chauvin trial jurors. Really? Biden praying for, quote, right verdict in Derek Chauvin trial since he believes the case is, quote, overwhelming. Congresswoman Maxine Waters encourages BLM rioters to get more violent. Chauvin judge warns Waters' comments may overturn trial. Steve Scalise, I was shot because of the kind of dangerous rhetoric repeated by Maxine Waters. Facebook preparing to censor posts ahead of Chauvin trial verdict. Former home of defense witness in Chauvin trial vandalized with pig's head and blood. Minneapolis approves historic $27 million settlement with George Floyd's family. Minneapolis's mayor effectively said the Chauvin trial's verdict doesn't matter and ensured riots destroy the city. So this is crazy. Compare what is happening in our streets right now and what is being said by our, quote, leaders to what happened with the peaceful protesters at the Capitol on January 6th. Compare the media coverage and the reaction to it. Compare how the officer who shot and killed Ashley Babbitt was treated by both the media and our, quote, justice system. We still don't even know his name. Think about that. So, yeah, crazy. All right, so here we go. Half of the country lives in reality and the other half lives in a bubble world of fear and loathing handcrafted by the oligarch elites. One side plays by one set of rules, the other side plays by no rules at all. This is a serious problem, and it's not getting better anytime soon. Our nation needs prayer, as we as individuals must cling to the hope, peace, and biblical justice of the Holy Spirit. Conservative courts and judges mean nothing if our justice system is ruled by a mob of domestic terrorists. The rule of law means nothing if there is one set of rules for half of the country and a different set of rules for the other. Nothing about what we are seeing unfold right now is justice in any sense of the word, and it certainly is not normal. It's anarcho tyranny. How long are we going to have to put up with it? Are we going to put up with it? And so I just wanted to share that. So, I'm not even that active on Gab. And when I share an article, it doesn't necessarily mean that I endorse a person, but I agree with this topic. I agree with what he's saying, because this reminds me, and this is something that the left has been doing for a long time. And this is that they bully their way into compliance from the public with threats of violence. And so, for example, and they manipulate conservatives, especially, who just want to keep the peace. And people don't realize that they're being manipulated. Okay. For example, during the Hussein years, one of the things that we heard constantly, and the reason that we were told we had to appease the terrorists, was that if we didn't play nice, they would bomb things, they would blow things up. And so we were bullied into enabling terrorist behavior by the manipulation of being told that if we didn't back off, then they were going to get violent. And I'm like, my thinking on that is, they're already violent. So you're saying that we're going to let them blackmail us, that we're going to let them extort us into allowing them to run roughshod over our justice system, rather than put our foot down and say the line is here, draw the red line, and don't let them cross it, and enact consequences if they do, right? Rather than do that, you manipulate the people into complying with their tyranny and with their mob rule by the threat of further violence. This is an age-old tactic. This is like saying, this is like if you've ever raised children, if you've ever been a teacher, anything like that, if you have a toddler who is throwing a fit, the last thing you do is give him free rein to destroy everything in his path. You remove the toddler from the situation. You draw the line. You say, if you do this, this is the consequence. And then you remove them and you enact the consequence. That's what you do. The same thing with your teenager, right? If your teenager is breaking the rules and causing damage to the family and the finances and the car or whatever, you take the keys. It's just simple. And yet, imagine saying, being in a family where you say, better give Melissa what she wants, or else she's going to go wreck the car, right? That's the logic that we're being treated to right now. Better give them what they want. We better not have a fair trial for somebody who's presumed innocent until proven guilty, because we don't want the thugs and terrorists, otherwise known as BLM, to go and destroy more things in our country. You're letting them run roughshod. Yeah. So that's the way, that's the psychology that they're using. They're manipulating people into into compliance, you know. And now what they're doing is they're virtue signaling and trying to manipulate people into going along with getting an experimental um, injection put into their bodies, because now they're saying now they're putting out public relations to address the issue of non-compliance, the V word, non-compliance. They're literally calling it that. And so they're creating a segmented society. They're trying to divide you in whatever way possible. So now they're trying to divide you in and virtue signal whether you've chosen to have it or not. Like, since when was it anybody's business what I did to my body at the doctor's office? What happened to my body, my choice? It's crazy, but they're making it about being virtuous and patriotic. The resident in chief literally said, it's your patriotic duty to go and do that. Really? No, it's my patriotic duty to ensure that our elections are run fairly and that there's one vote per citizen in this country and that they are counted fairly. That's my patriotic duty. My patriotic duty is to make sure that you, the elected official, understand that you work for me, that you are here to do the job of preserving my liberty. That's your job. That's my patriotic duty, is to make sure that you understand that my freedoms and my rights come from God, and that your job and that the reason that you're elected is to uphold and preserve those rights and make sure that nobody, including you, infringes on them. And to understand that if you don't uphold those rights, then you get fired. That's my patriotic duty. My patriotic duty is not to submit to medical tyranny to make you look good and to make you have control over me or my body. So I have another comeback for people. Yeah, so here's the comeback for anybody that tells you to wear the face diaper for others. Here's what you say. Okay. This is what you say. I love this. So next time somebody tells you to wear it to protect others, this is what you say. Oh, okay. So does that mean that you're going to be carrying a weapon to protect me? Okay, so somebody says to you, listen, you need to be wearing this to protect others. Okay, great. I need for you to go get trained in concealed carry so that you can carry a weapon to protect me. And then we know what they're going to say. Well, I'm not going to do that. Well, wait a minute. Are you telling me now that you believe in freedom of choice? Because you just told me that you want to choose not to do something that would protect me, because I'm carrying a one to protect you. You just told me that I need to wear a face diaper to protect you, but you're not willing to go and learn the skill and carry a weapon to protect me. How does that work? Explain that exactly. See what happens when you throw that logic at them. So are you for freedom of choice or not? Because you just told me I have to protect you. I'm protecting you with my weapon. But you're not willing to do that for me? You're so selfish. Yeah. Your medical history is nobody's business. Nobody's. You know? Nobody's. And I want to tell you guys something. They can't think that deeply. Yeah, critical thinking is not really a long suit of these people. Okay. All right. Now, let me just tell you something. I wanted to read this word that the Lord gave me the other day. Somebody asked me, my show on Monday, no, on Tuesday, the sound was really bad. Okay. So I want to read you this word that the Lord gave me, because this was important. And so I'm going to read it again. This was really short. It was on April 13th. Okay. And I was talking about the people that have stood up. um, Somebody told you it was the right thing to do. You should tell him, no, the right thing to do is to protect election integrity. What have you done recently to do that? Let's compare notes. All right. Okay. This is what the Lord told me on the morning of April 13th. Because he has loved me, this is from Psalm 91, therefore I will deliver him. And then that's what I woke up to. And this is what God said. Somebody had asked me to reread this. Okay. I am purging my church, my body, of that which does not align with my will for this nation. The remnant are those who have stood fast in this time and championed my cause and my man Trump and all those like him who have put their lives and fortunes on the line to protect and preserve the covenant I made with your forefathers. All will be revealed, and many will not make it through the sieve, the sifting. You guys know what a sieve is, right? You might need to look that up. They will fall with the chaff. I see, does not see. I see the heart. And I'm telling you, there are many good ones who will fall because they valued man and mammon above my will for this nation. Surprises are coming. Abide in me. So that was something that the Lord told me. Okay. Um, okay. So I just wanted to share that with you again and just take that to heart, because what the Lord showed me is that he's, in the way that he's been revealing corrupt politicians, the way that he's been revealing corrupt courts and judges and things like that, he's really going to start revealing more corruption and removing people who are in the ministry. That's what that's all about. So just be aware of that and keep your eyes open. Okay. I want to tell you a little story, but I'm going to go back because Linda, you posted your response from the stop thing. Let me go back and find this. Okay, you said that they responded and said, President Trump. I don't think that when read, I'm just going to reiterate this. When read is these PACs are using President Trump's name. Okay, they're using his name. That doesn't mean that he's sitting there writing those text messages. Just be very clear about that. Okay, I want to tell you something that happened with superfoods, because I haven't talked about that today, but I want you guys to know that the superfoods that I have are changing lives. And make sure that you contact me and get these superfoods into your life, because I'm going to tell you something pretty amazing. Now, I have to give you the disclaimer. I'm not a doctor. I'm not prescribing anything. I'm not telling you about any medicine or treatment. I'm telling you about an experience that we had in my family with the superfoods that I've been using. Okay. So just be aware of that. I'm not giving you medical advice. But you guys know my dad, he's 83, and he has been having some cognitive issues. Some of it, I believe, is related to grief because my mom passed away in September. But some of it, I think, is related to just, well, they say it's aging, right? But I've actually been learning more and more about our food supply and about what's in our food, and the fact that most of the food that we eat has some form of pesticides, and specifically something called glyphosate. If you've ever used Roundup, that is what that is. And everybody uses it. I just want to tell you, if you're using it, stop using it right now, because it's highly toxic and it's in everything. And So so one of the things that we have with our in our superfoods lineup is we have something that actually removes glyphosate from your system. Why is this important? It's important because when you get pesticides into your body, it's actually very damaging to your gut. Why does that matter? Because the gut, the intestinal tract, the colon, has been referred to as actually the second brain. It's actually people are starting to make the connection that what's going on is what's going on in the gut is actually um, incredibly has an incredible impact on your brain function, on your cognitive function. And and so one of the things that we've seen, for example, have you noticed that there's a massive increase in dementia, that there's a massive increase in cognitive issues with children, okay? Um, verbal, nonverbal, these things that are happening with kids. And, that, 10, 15, 20 years ago, the incidences of these things were way lower. And so these things are all connected. Inflammation is a big one, okay? But let me go back to this issue with the gut. So, one of the things that happens is when the gut microbiome is damaged, it actually affects your body's ability to fight disease, to fight inflammation, to fight inflammation, to fight uh, to fight what did I say? Inflammation, disease, the things that I'm trying to read the comments at the same time. Um, and to have circulation, proper circulation, but also it affects your body's ability to absorb nutrients. So even if you're eating things that are really nutritious, it's hard for your body to absorb them if the gut microvilli are not functioning properly. And I could go into more detail about this, but let me talk to you about my dad. And if you want to know more detail, I actually have a video that you get when you sign up to get Superfoods information from me. You can go to superfoodreset.com, or you can just go to info@marygracemedia.com, because we have a 30-day reset that has this product that I'm about to tell you about, and you'll get over $100 off retail on the 30-day reset if you do that. Info@marygracemedia.com or superfoodreset.com. And so let me tell you about my dad. So I started thinking, I was noticing some real issues with short-term memory, like big time. And so I decided I wanted to start getting him on the superfoods. And there's one product that comes in our superfood reset. That's the product that's proprietary, and it pulls the glyphosate out of your body. There's clinical proof of this. And so, I've been taking it. It's fantastic. It also affects your C-reactive protein levels and your inflammation. But then there's another product that my friend Raven, my business coach, told me about, and she said, "Get him on this also." So there's two things that I started giving him about 2 weeks ago, and I wanted to tell you guys that in the past week, I have noticed, like, an unbelievable, remarkable change in his cognitive ability, in his motivation, in his conversation. It's like I'm getting my dad back, and I can't even tell you how significant that is. If you have somebody in your family or you yourself, if you are starting to feel like you have brain fog, if your short-term memory is challenging, if you have a family member that you're seeing this happen in, I want you to write to me, because I'm gonna give you a link uh, for the 30-day reset, which has this one product in it. And then I'm going to give you a link for that additional product that I've been giving my dad. And you'll be able to save over $100 off your first order. And I think it's worth it. It's amazing. Like, for example, let me give you an example. We were talking the other day about the grocery list. I take him grocery shopping a couple days a week. And, we were walking around the block, and I asked him, I said, "Remind me to put such and such on the grocery list," knowing that he probably wouldn't even remember the conversation. I mean, that's the point we were at. But I was just making, I talked to him, I make conversation because that's what you do. And so that was Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, no, no, that was Monday afternoon. Then Tuesday after dinner, I said, "Oh gosh, I we need to put those 2 items on the grocery list." And and I couldn't remember what the 2 items were. I guess I need this too. And then he pulled up the grocery list. He goes, "Oh, I already wrote it down." And he named off the items. And if you're dealing with anybody that's having cognitive issues, um, if you're dealing with anybody that's having cognitive issues, you'll know what I mean. Because the fact that he did that, that's really significant. That he remembered it exactly. And he remembered, came inside, wrote it on the list. That's a big deal. Remy, I'm not sure what you were trying to look up on lots of different websites, but you just need to come straight to me because I have the information. info@marygracemedia.com. Um, we have all the information. Okay. So just when you write to me, please write to me and at info@marygracemedia.com and say brain fog. Okay. That's what you want to, and then I'll send you that customized link so that you can get that extra item because there's 2 things. One of the things comes in our 30-day reset. I recommend that you get your loved one or yourself on the entire 30-day reset, but that you also get this extra product. The reason that I don't say product names on my show is because what I have, first of all, you're not going to get the discount if you just go Google it. Secondly, if you go find it on Amazon, you're not going to get the follow up. You don't get any of the customer service that you would get from me. And then you're going to have a bad experience and then you're going to blame it on my product. So I don't do that. Okay. And so when you, yeah, that's one of the reasons I don't say it. But just know, info@marygracemedia.com, you'll get my promo code and I'll tell you exactly what I've been using with my dad. This is a big deal. This is a really big deal. Another example I'll give you is that something happened with Barley when I was gone. Barley got out. And in the past, my dad wouldn't have even remembered that Barley got out. He told me the story of Barley getting out. A few days after the fact, he said, "Let me tell you what happened the other day with Barley." It was like my old dad. It was like my dad of the past who could have a conversation and tell me detail for detail everything that happened. He wasn't doing that 2 weeks ago. This is incredible. And so again, I'm not telling you medical claims. I'm telling you my experience with my dad, who has been having cognitive decline. He has a pretty profound hearing loss, and I thought that some of what was going on was from his hearing, but this is amazing what's happening right now that I'm seeing. So it's amazing. It's, investing in your health is just absolutely uh, is just absolutely non-negotiable nowadays. Okay. Jim, write to me. Yeah, just send me a message. So I'll give you that link. We've been seeing things with my dad for at least 5 years. And we actually went and had a cognitive assessment done. And they said everything was fine. They said the main thing was his hearing. And again, I think that some of it was, the grief, right? Because, my mom just passed away. And so, he hasn't been that motivated. So here's another thing. Like I used to have to normally before this, I would have said, "Hey, come and work in the yard with me." And he would get up and do something, but without me prompting, he wouldn't do it. And when I was coming back from Oklahoma the other day, I was on the phone and he said, "Okay, well, it's good talking to you. I'm going to go out and do some work in the yard." I had no idea what he was gonna do, but I was like, "Okay." And so he went out and he showed me Monday. He said, he pointed out in the back and he said, "I set up," he said, "I gathered up a bunch of brush so that we can burn it." And he had found the peony cages, not really my first choice for burning, but he had gathered all the brush into the peony cages and put it um on the concrete slab we have in the back. And he wasn't doing anything like that before. Like this is amazing. I mean, you guys probably know what I'm talking about. Um, uh, you guys probably know what I'm talking about if you're experiencing this with a loved one or for yourself. So please just write to me, info@marygracemedia.com, put brain fog, and I'll send you the link, the customized link for that specific, for the 30-day reset and that thing that I'm using with my dad. This is amazing. I'm so thankful. Um, so Gino is asking, what is sprayed on trails? Roundup. You guys need to understand, Roundup is is a pesticide. People use it on their yards. If you eat any food ever, vegetables, fruits, if you walk on the grass, if you run on trails, if you play golf, you are getting Roundup in your system, glyphosate. That is what is causing so much damage. People, for the most part, don't have a wheat intolerance; they have a Roundup intolerance. We also have a dog food that has this product in it that helps get the glyphosate out of your dog's system. We don't have it for cats. There's something that's not good for cats in this product, but write to me, info@marygracemedia.com. If you want to know what to get for your pets, you can just put pets. Okay. So info@marygracemedia.com. Uh, yeah, Pat, write to me. I'll tell you what I've been using with my dad. Okay. So listen, I told you at the beginning of the show, on Monday, I will not be doing my regular show time. I will be on at 8 p.m. Eastern because I have a conflict earlier that day. All right. Uh, okay. Um, okay. Yeah, Jim, definitely message me. I totally understand that situation. Yep. Okay. All right. I will see everybody again. And make sure you're following my Telegram, which is Mary Grace Media Official. And Mary Grace Media Official. So write to me, info@marygracemedia.com. Or if you just want to get the 30-day superfood reset and you want to save over $100 off of that, just go to superfoodreset.com and put in your information and you'll get the information. You'll get a promo code. Okay. I'll see everybody on Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, the 26th of April. Okay, good. Awesome. Everybody have a good evening. Thank you for being here. Take care.